Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to Wrath of the Lich King Classic and our Blood Elf Mage playthrough. We are picking things up in Tranquillien today, right where we left off. We did have a quest up here that I just didn't grab for whatever reason. Let's get our buffs going.
The eternal sun guides us.
Rotting hearts. Okay, we need 10 rotting hearts, and we need some spinal dust. That's good, because I think eventually we're going to head out that way. But first, we need to head over to the northeast. We have to help Ranger Valana, and we have to deal with the ZabSora. And those are lower level quests, so we need to get on that right away. I don't think we... Well, let's take a look at our inventory here, make sure.
Speak quickly.
We don't need the bow. Let's get rid of that. Probably don't need the speed potion for the swimming.
Our time will come.
Alright, let's move on for now. I need to take a look at the professions. I haven't played the character in a few days, so I'll need to see where we're at with everything. It seems like we are ready to do some crafting here. I just need to get some coarse thread. I need to be working towards being able to make some greens. Because once we can make greens with our tailoring, then we'll be able to DE a lot more stuff, and we'll be able to power up our disenchanting. Wanted to get the wand, but you know, the farther we get into enchanting on this character, I'm kind of thinking, like, do we even need enchanting, or should I have taken skinning for the money? We'll stick with enchanting, but I'm gonna push it. But we don't need the wand, though. We don't wand a lot, you know. On a warlock and maybe even a priest, like, the wand is really important as a source of damage early on. And on the mage in Wrath, it isn't. Maybe it is on the mage in Vanilla Classic, you know. But in Wrath of the Lich King, we are not really having mana problems to the point where I've wanted to rely a lot on the wand. This is the troll stuff that's underground that we're seeing on the minimap. Should be able to just mainly avoid these guys. They're pretty low level, 9 compared to our level 15. We do have an unspent talent point, which does not surprise me. Let's see. Nope. Increases the critical strike chance of your Flame Strike, Pyroblast, Blast Wave, Dragon's Breath, Living Bomb, Blizzard, and Arcane Explosion spells by 2%. Ignite. Your critical strikes from fire damage spells cause the target to burn for additional 8%. That sounds cool. I like burns. I like damage over times. But yeah, I guess we'll go there for now. We might eventually respec into a Frost Mage, guys. I'm not sure. We do burn a lot more mana as a Fire Mage than we would as a Frost Mage. So we might respec eventually. We'll see. I'm going to keep going Fire for now.
Anu Belori Delinar.
Good to hear that Lethvelin made it to safety and that he was smart enough to ask you for help instead of just waiting there. I hope Ranger Celissa made it to safety in Farstrider Enclave.
Remember the sun
well. The lieutenant here rushed us into battle with the trolls across the lake instead of scouting the area first. We were decimated by his stupidity. You hear me, Tomerthrin? You're an idiot. Will you help us, Mage? Those trolls still need to be dealt with. I need to stay here and nursemaid him. I think he's lost his mind. Just head east to the other side of the lake into ZabSora. I want revenge. Bring me their ears so that I can fashion a nice necklace.
Time is of the essence.
Okay. We have a level 12 quest over here that looks like it is for something in the water. But also, we're going to have another quest to do in the water, so I really don't want to work on that yet. We will grab it, but I don't want to work on it until I'm doing the kill quest to fight these guys. And we're going to pick that up over at the Farstrider Enclave. You know, the greater magic wand would be really good to have right now, actually. it would actually be really good to have. So I will take a look at trying to get that leveled up. The good thing about this not being a hardcore character is if I wanted to buy some cheap greens on the auction house to DE, I could do that. Not that I think there are any cheap greens on the auction house, let's be clear. This server's been alive for far too long for anything to be cheap in the economy. But you know, it would be an option. We probably have a little bit of gold laying around somewhere. Well, I blew that a little too soon, didn't I? Okay, locked us out of our cold spells there. Pretty smart. Not too smart, though, because they didn't realize that we are actually a fire mage. Let's conjure up some water. Let's drink said water. And let's wish that we had bought some level 15 water from the vendor back in town. While we get back attacked by a respawn, how rude of you. How absolutely rude. Okay, let's try that whole drinking thing again. Let's not stand in the fire while we cast fire. We're not that kind of fire mage. Every time I play in this zone, all I think is, man, how good was Burning Crusade? Especially as far as like kind of like systems balance. I really wish they had a one TBC realm somewhere that we could do hardcore TBC on. I think hardcore TBC would be really fun. A lot of things would not be as easy as in Wrath, but the classes will have gotten some changes. Some quality of life stuff will be added in, you know? Some of the elites are not elites anymore. But everything hasn't been completely watered down yet in Burning Crusade. I feel like it would be cool to have one TBC server, and I feel like it would have to become a hardcore server. Just to do it justice, to have such a great community like we have on Bloodsail Buccaneers. There we go, that was like the max distance it looks like. I don't think we could have got it much further out than that. Alright, we are almost... Well, we're 5 out of 6, so we are almost done with this one. And there we go.
Glory to the Sindorai. Farewell. Hold your head high.
I need one last favor of you, Mage. Just in case Ranger Celissa didn't make it to Farstrider Enclave to the south edge of the lake, I need you to go there and get help. Just check in with Captain Helios and let him know what's happened here. I'm sure he'll send help back as soon as he can.
Salama
Is Celissa the
Ashalanore.
one we find in the Troll Catacombs who we can escort out? I hope so. That would be a cool little bit of continuity that I hadn't really noticed.
The dark times will pass.
Forgotten rituals. Every year, we, the denizens of Suncrown Village, would take part in a ritual to keep the different aspects of nature under our control. Dominion over the element of water was symbolized by summoning and enslaving an element named Aquanion. Through a wicked perversion of our magic, the scoundrel broke his bonds and enslaved us instead. We wore medallions shaped like waves during the ritual. Seek them at the bottom of the lake. We'll need them to free my compatriots' spirits.
Remember the sun.
I don't know, you guys are going around enslaving elementals. You seem like a bunch of jerks. I'm really not surprised that he wanted some payback. You guys are like, what are you, like summoning him and killing him every year or something? Just to keep control over the elements? I need a little more information on how exactly that would work. Sometimes I feel like random quests like that make too big of statements about the way the magic systems work in the world. They seem to imply certain things that may or may not be canon, may or may not be true or thought of. But that's how kind of like loose magic systems are. You can just say whatever you want and it can be worked into the magic system in some way. I don't really enjoy magic systems like that. I kind of obviously like the more scientific ones. Scientific, I mean it has like a system of give and take behind it. Think the allomantic powers in Mistborn. To some extent, the Wheel of Time has like a more thought out magic system. To some extent.
Stay the course.
You show courage in coming to the Ghostlands rambles. There is much work to be done here and not enough brave souls to do it. I have a thankless task to offer you should you have the inclination to aid our cause. The very wildlife in this land has been tainted by the plague and we must stop it from spreading. Hunt the Ghostclaw lynxes to the east and the south of here and return when you've slain enough of them. I'll tell you when we've slain enough. No, wait, you'll tell us. 10. She says 10.
Farewell.
Inventory? How's the inventory doing? 14 free spots. Can we do a little bit of cooking here? We can. We can do a little bit of cooking here, and we're going to. And we're going to let this run. Otherwise, it may not get done. And I would very much like it to be done. Because if we're going to play this character, I would very much like to level all aspects of it. So we're done with spice bread now. We don't ever have to come back to it. It's green, and we're not going to get really a lot of skill ups for it. And we could sell it because we're not going to need the food. We're leveling cooking so we can get access to buff food like we have here. That's the stuff we're really looking for. We'll go ahead and eat that. Can we sell and eat at the same time? That's a good question. I don't really know the answer to, but let's find out. You can eat and sell at the same time. Alright, and yeah, we probably want to buy some melon juice. Just in case. Let's buy a stack. Maybe that'll get us to level 25. I'm just gonna do that. If we need to drink, let's drink the stuff that's gonna get us maximum health back quickly. Or maximum mana back quickly. Let's make some food so we can eat the mage food, but I don't think that we really need to worry about the water.
Victory lies ahead.
Attack on
Be ready
ZabSora.
for
Our sources are
anything.
spread pretty thin here, Mage, so your help is going to be invaluable. The captain has tasked me with overseeing the harassment of the local Shadowpine troll camps. We have a policy of keeping them off balance until the day we can launch a brutal offensive to wipe them out. Until then, we need all the volunteers that we can get so that the Shadowpine troll numbers are decreased. Think you could head east to ZabSora and hurt them a little?
Keep your wits about you.
The wanted poster is for Kalgash. Suggested number of players 2 tells me that he's probably an elite, but that we can probably kill him anyway. And we're certainly gonna try.
Anu Belore Delana.
Here we go, Spirit of the Drowned. The lake to the north has been haunted by the ghosts of my ancestors for as long as I can remember, Rambles. The poor souls were victims of a tragic incident in which scores of them drowned at the bottom of the lake. Yeah, they were the jerks trying to enslave the water elemental. The details of the event are mostly forgotten. No. But, you know, conveniently so. But their haunting cries serve as a constant reminder of their curse. If you're up to the task, I want you to go to the lake and put an end to their suffering. You will have my gratitude as well as theirs, I'm sure.
Death to all who oppose us. Our enemies will fall.
Shadowpine weaponry. Mage, I want you to kill as many Shadowpine trolls as you can. We need their numbers greatly reduced before we can shift our attention toward Deathholm. And while you're at it, we might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So bring me back a load of their weapons. Just a load of weapons, man. Go kill a bunch of them and bring me back a load of weapons. Which one of these is complete? Immersion has not been doing great these days.
Salama Ashala
That's dire news indeed. I completely overestimated Tomathrin's ability to lead. I'll see to it that a group is dispatched to safely bring him and Valana back in. Unfortunately, we never heard from Ranger Salissa, so I fear the worst in her case. You've done the Farsighters a great service this day, Mage. Please take one of these as a small token of appreciation. Oh, good. Stats.
Farewell.
Stats are good. Let's do that. Okay, so yeah, I think Salissa is the one that we rescue out of the... No, it's not. Ranger Liletha. So what happened to Salissa? Huh. Very strange. They missed an opportunity there, I feel like. Unless it gets resolved in some other way that I've forgotten about. Anyway, let's jump into the water. We're looking for artifacts at the bottom, and we're going to be killing these spirits that are haunting the place, like this guy over here. And since it is Wrath of the Lich King, we don't have to worry too much about our breath. We have plenty of breath. I do usually have trouble telling distance in the water, like the depth of something away from me. So we're definitely not being optimal with our range here because it's literally just hard for me to tell. I could be looking at the colors of the numbers down here as a more accurate guide. That would help out. We have no mana. So that's bad. Well, apparently it's not awful though. We can make do on very little, it seems. That being said, we need to regen some, and we can't eat or drink under the water, so... maybe we need to get over to some land. Like, up here seems good if we can avoid getting into combat. Got basically all of the items that we need off the ground. Yeah, there we go. That's filling up a lot faster than it was with our water. Thank God. I did not see him at all, I must admit. I think that was pretty obvious by my stunned reaction. At least we didn't pull the far off guy. We're still at 0 deaths, and while this is not a hardcore run, I am kind of tracking in my mind what it would be like to attempt a hardcore run in Wrath of the Lich King. Would it be worth it? Would it be fun? Would it be exciting? I don't know. I don't know if this will tell us, but what it will tell us is how likely we are to die on a mage. So far, not very likely. We haven't exactly been playing as if it's a hardcore run. We're just tracking if we die or not. I've been playing it exactly how I would play Wrath of the Lich King. I mean, okay. Yeah, I think that's true. I've done plenty of stupid things that I would always have done. I've avoided doing some stupid things, but like nobody sets out to try to die, even when they're not doing a hardcore run. Dying is pretty inconvenient compared to a lot of games these days. Let's go back up here and drink again before we do anything else. We don't need a Aquanion yet. I'm going to grab the last medallion here that we do need. We'll take this guy out. He'll be our last apparition that we need. And we still need 4 more of the vengeful spirits. Apparently they're rare. We haven't come across many of them, I guess. So they're the purple ones. We're looking for purple, not blue. Let's turn this, and I'm pretty sure he is going to have us go right back down there and confront Aquanion.
The eternal sun guides us.
With these necklaces, we shall once again summon Aquanion. The rebellious elemental will pay, and our deaths will be avenged.
Farewell.
That willful elemental ended many lives that fateful day when he revolted against us. By calling to the lowly murlocs to sabotage our rights, he subverted our magic and turned it against us. Show him our thirst for vengeance has not waned. Take these medallions and lay them at the altar of tidal mastery at the bottom of the lake. Aquanion shall immediately answer your summons.
We will have justice.
Or he'll just be hanging out down there waiting for us. He seemed like he was just chilling. So maybe that was like a change they made in Wrath, so you don't have to summon him? Not really sure. But yeah, he's definitely just here hanging out. So we're just gonna kill him. He's not an elite or anything like that. And we have 0 competition for him. He is a rather beefy level 13 though, so let's... Oh, that did not freeze him. Is he immune to... He's immune to frost, isn't he? It's gotta be. Aquanion there was almost our first death. Just because I'm pretty sure he was totally immune to frost. It felt like he was immune to something, or maybe he was just taking less damage overall. Because he was only level 13, but man, that was a close one.
State your business. Keep your wits about
You've avenged our deaths and broken Aquanion's grasp on our souls. We may finally rest. Except for all the ones that are still here. We still have to go kill them for the other quest. Obviously. We need 2 more, so it shouldn't take too much longer to find them, but it's looking pretty desolate at the moment. Maybe we should be killing any of them that we come across, because I'm sure that they share spawn points to some extent. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight what I find. It's gonna be more enjoyable that way anyhow. We have a level 16 paladin swimming around out here. The great thing about not playing the character for a few days is that we had quite a bit of rested experience. Well, yeah, finding this last guy is seeming like quite a struggle bus, especially with somebody else out here working on the same quest. 15 people in the zone, which for Wrath of the Lich King is actually a lot of people to be in one zone at the same time. not just trying to be funny about it, but that's actually true. A lot of people in Wrath are not leveling, they're at endgame just kind of chilling. At this point, anybody like super interested in endgame has had the chance to level many alts. And that's where most of the people play the game. Yeah, it's spawning a lot of the ravening ones. That's for sure. If we can get to this one first, which we might not be able to, then this will be our last one. Alright. I'm fine with it. There's another one around the corner. I don't know why they're so powerful. They're killing things in one hit. That's gotta be like a level 18 or 19 paladin decked out in full heirloom gear. Because they're literally wiping things out of existence. Like, I don't feel bad about tagging that enemy at all. What an awful way it must be to play the game. Unless you are just a player that all you care about is doing endgame stuff. And I guess that's what heirlooms are for. If you're just a player that wants to just do the endgame stuff and you have to get your character leveled as quickly as you possibly can, then you just do full heirlooms. You go one-shot everything in the world and just make all the content inconsequential and meaningless.
What do you seek? Shorel Oran.
Anaria Shola, remember the sun well.
Alright, a couple of quests to pick up on top here.
Baladash Malinore.
Darkandra Thir is believed to have returned from the dead to rule over the armies of the Scourge in the Ghostlands. Darkon aligned himself with the Scourge long ago, yet he was once a living, breathing elf. Much of his time was spent inside Dawnstar Spire northeast of here. He hid there for many nights, scheming against his own. Search the tower for more information rambles. Perhaps he had a journal or kept notes. One never knows where useful information might present itself.
Salama Ashalinore.
Seems like a stretch, but okay. Let's go check out the Forsaken Guy's quest.
I'm listening.
I'm on loan to the Farstriders in an attempt to help with their troll difficulties. I believe that I have a solution to their problem. At my disposal are a number of potent poisons. The trolls, as you know, are living creatures and therefore must eat. If we combine my poison with their food, well, I'm sure that the results will be entertaining. Care to help rid us of the Shadowpine trolls at Zeb and Noah? The camp straddles both the north and south sides of the road to Zulaman.
Trust no one.
I don't really like poisoning people, but you know, you do what you gotta do, I guess. That being said, this is a great time to hearth. We need to train level 16. And I think I'm gonna take us over into Silvermoon just so that I can check out professions in my downtime here. But let's definitely go train. And yes, we are still set to Falcon Wing Square. That's fine for me because, like I said, I'd like to get to Silvermoon.
Yes.
We have lots and lots of stuff to train. Conjure Food, rank 2, Dampen Magic, Slow Fall, Arcane Explosion, Arcane Intellect 2, Arcane Missiles 2, Fireball 3, Fire Blast 2, Flame Strike, and Frostbolt 3. Like, so every single spell that we use, we had ranks just chilling. We must have missed level 14 and maybe even level 12, potentially, because that's kind of a lot of spells that we just got. And that's going to be a huge increase in our damage, but it's also going to be a huge increase in how much mana we use. Fireball rank 2 is 32 mana. We go to 41 mana from a 1.5 second cast back up to a 2 second cast. So definitely stuff to consider when we're talking about these extra ranks. Flame Strike calls down a pillar of flame. Okay. Burning all enemies within the area for 52 to 68 fire damage and an additional 48 over time. So yeah, definitely want that out somewhere. Okay, that's good. It might be time to work on our tailoring. If we're really going to do tailoring, and if we want to try to use it to propel enchanting, then it's probably time. One day in Wrath we're going to level Inscription. You know, I could have thought about that too. Inscription being a Wrath only profession might have been interesting to see that. It's herbs, right? We do herbs and we grind them up and we get paper and we draw pictures with the herbs and the paper. That's really all I know about it. Yes, because speaking of glyphs, you know, I think like we could get one, and you'll notice that I don't have any because I'm really bad about remembering that glyphs exist. There's probably a really powerful glyph that I can get right now. Let's see. You know, none of them seem good. Glyph of Mana Gem, Glyph of Evocation. Where's like Glyph of making my main spells more badass? Where's that glyph? Yeah, I don't really care for that. That's the fire. Let's take a look at the frost build. What kind of glyph are they? They're Glyph of Water Elemental. I hate the Eternal Water Elemental. It turns a class that was fine as not a pet class into a pet class. That's the problem I have with that. Okay, yeah, maybe there are no awesome glyphs. You guys let me know what you think, and I will equip whatever you say, predominantly. Because I didn't see anything there that looked any good. Which is sad. This is at 42. It's not ready to be trained to the next rank yet, unfortunately. Enchanting's all the way back here. Let's go over to the tailor, and let's see what we can do over that way. We can make some more linen bolts before we do that. Maybe we'll get a couple more skill ups out of the green pattern. Maybe at some point we'll craft some pants that are better, but these have 2 intellect and 4 spell power. That's like a lot of power crammed into a piece of cloth like the size of my palm. Just saying.
I have one-of-a-kind items.
We need coarse thread. Let's go ahead and just buy a stack. Okay. Where is the trainer? Here we go.
Anubelore Delana.
Should be a couple of green items somewhere in there, right? Gloves are green. Pants are green. Pants are pants, but the stats aren't good. Probably same thing here. Okay, so let's see. This is great. I mean, 20 of these, they would be green. See, this stuff would not be green. We can also only make 20, so... Let's first make the rest of our linen cloth and see where that leaves us. Alright, let's see. So we could probably do more, but we would need to buy some more coarse thread. Let's just do 2 stacks, I guess.
What do you seek?
Wish we could type in here, that'd be cool. Okay.
Remember the sun well.
Firstly, do we need anything here? Not really. I don't think we're going to be making anything yet that we could possibly use. So it really doesn't matter. I feel like the pants might sell for more, so let's just make all of these. Oh, look how fast it goes. So much better compared to vanilla. I wish that they would do that for vanilla. Just make the crafting all go this fast. This is a decent speed. It implies that you're doing something, but it's not taking an outrageous amount of time to get it all done. And I would really appreciate that if that could happen. I'm gonna have to stop and vendor these before we can finish. Oh, don't panic. By vendor, guys, I swear I'm gonna DE them. I swear I'll DE them. Okay, let's start DEing them. Oh, we don't have a slot open. That was kind of a mistake. Do we have any mats? I think we have some. Okay. We need like a shard, like a lesser magic shard in order to make the wand or really do anything else. Oh, there we go. So we can do the runed copper rod now. We need a copper rod. We should be able to get that from just a generic trade good vendor. And then the lesser magic wand, we need 1. So we're good. We can do the runed copper rod, and we can make the lesser magic wand. Let's just keep going though. Let's keep DEing this stuff. And then we'll do another round of tailoring really quick. Okay, so let's go back over to tailoring, and let's finish making these. Let's just make the next 11. If they're yellow, that's fine. We should mostly get skill ups. We might miss a skill up, but look at this. Okay, here's more. Maybe I went about this wrong. No, those aren't green, so that's why we're not doing it. Let's go here. Alright, that's everything we could do with tailoring for right now. We should be able to...
Our enemies will fall.
Yeah, get Journeyman. We can do 6 slot bags.
Farewell.
Alright, so then... Oh wait, where did we go just now? Oh, we did not need to go down here. Let's head over to the enchanting trainer. Enchanting is a little bit more of a pain to level up because, like, to level this up now I have to click this, click my bracer, click OK, click this, click my bracer, click OK. And yeah, I have to do that a bunch of times. So I think I'll be doing that off recording and I'll just get that leveled up on my own. Same thing probably with DEing the rest of this stuff down here. I will definitely get that DE'd. Well, let's DE it and see, we'll see what it opens up as far as, you know, can we unlock the greater magic wand? Because that would be really nice. I don't know if we need to make the lesser wand to make the greater one. Or if we level it to a certain point, if we can just skip it. Either way, I think the lesser wand is better than what we have. Yeah, it's substantially better than what we have. I really like the idea of like craftsman's terraces, where there's a crafting area in the city, and that's where all the craftsmen are at, like a square or a boulevard. You can organize it in several different ways, right? But having them spread out all around the city, yeah, it gets people to explore a little bit, but it's kind of a pain. Alright, let's DE the rest of the gloves, and then we'll just check and see what level we need to be in enchanting to get the greater wand, and if it's achievable anytime soon or not, because it may be something that's a little bit off. It may be like level 120 or something like that. We'll have to see.
We will persevere.
Greater magic wand is only 70.
Be ready for anything.
We are at 40. I can do almost 40 worth of skill up, so I'll be able to get this. So I'm going to do this stuff on my own here. And by the time we come together again, I should have the greater magic wand. Unless there are some materials that we can't get. We'll for sure have the lesser magic wand, and we'll be at a skill level to make the greater magic wand. Maybe there will be stuff I still need, but yeah, we'll see next time, guys. I'm going to take a break here. Thank you all very much for joining me today. Really do appreciate the support on this series. If you are enjoying the series, consider leaving a like on the video, and if you're not already, subscribing to the channel. That would help me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for being here. Take care of yourselves out in the real world, and take care of each other. And we'll see you back in Azeroth again really soon. Bye for now.